Hello guys and welcome to today's video. So today we are back. Yes, you would have seen a lot of information about this already. I just thought I'd give you my sort of take on it, how I was feeling. And yeah, obviously this video is going to be about the revive farming, the nerf to 3.2.6, which is a pretty large video on my channel. As of now, it's got quite a few thousand subs. So yeah, it's definitely something that you guys are aware of if you've been following the channel. It's definitely something that I personally do, and I just want to cut right to the chase. So clearly here I'm on the forum post. It is we're being made aware that the 3.2.6 is going to be nerfed. It's going to be reduced massively. It's basically still going to be there, but currently, let's say for example, it's an 80% chance of getting a revive to 99%. That will be reduced to around 5%. So it's just not going to be worth it for you personally. It's not going to be worth the energy that you have to put in, and is therefore basically gone. What they're going to do? They're going to replace this with a terrible apothecary, which could be good. And the reason it's terrible is these bits here. So it's only available 5 days a week. Each one you get one level 1 revive, which is terrible. It's 20%. Maybe for Herc that's good, but let's say you need 60 revives to complete EOP. Well, let's say you need 50 and you get 5 a week. That's 10 weeks. That's not including any other part of in the game, units and other ways you can get revives. It's definitely something that annoys me personally. I think I'm not best pleased with it, just because if you use me as an example, obviously that's the easiest example to use because I am me. I personally don't spend any money, never on units, and I've had to farm all my revives. I recently did EOP without Hercules, and I spent 50 revives, 1,000 units, and I was stuck at the Icarus fight. And that's because without Hercules, that fight is very difficult. And if you do take in a good counter, say a Dr. Doom or a Rintra, you are then sort of, you're then going to struggle to do the later fights, the Penny Parker, because you need a Gallon or a Hulkling. So I do think that this does limit the amount of free-to-play players who are able to play this more extensive content, the EOPs, the Grandmaster Gauntlets, even Act 8.1. I remember I finished that, say, a month or 2 months ago, and at that point I maybe wasn't as good a player as I am now, because obviously you get better every day, and I haven't got the champs, and I needed revives for that. I had to spend some units occasionally, but once I started revive farming and I was saving my revives for EOP, and I gave that a go. As you guys saw, I gave it a massive go. I was putting in a lot of effort. I was putting in also a lot of work to get those revives. Once I got them, they went up like a fuel station when it goes on fire. That they just burn away. You don't even see them, and that's sort of the problem I have here, is that the reduction of units revives that you're going to get is a real shame. So they've obviously got this apothecary in, which you can auto fight, which isn't a problem. The actual idea itself, let's not get it twisted here. 3.2.6 was a bit of a joke. I'm doing it at the minute, and every single time you go in, you get a revive, basically. That isn't right. It shouldn't be that easy to get revives. However, when you should still be able to get revives at a bigger clip. One revive per day. If you take an EOP, it's going to take you ages, or you're taking Grandmaster Gauntlet, you need revives for these, unless you're an MSD or a Swede, these players who are absolutely phenomenal, but 99.9% of the player base aren't those two guys, or aren't able to do this itemless, and if you are, then, you're an incredible player. So I think you do need revives, especially how a lot of this current, the current level of the game, it's getting harder, and it is definitely tricky, but it's very much counted towards Hercules. The content is made harder because of Hercules' existence. If Hercules didn't exist, maybe the content wouldn't be quite as hard as it is, and you could do EOP with your Kitty Prides or your Dr. Dooms. You can do it with them, but it's extra hard if you don't have a Hercules. So that definitely doesn't help. But I do believe, there is a reasonable way to get rid of this. Yeah, you need to get rid of 3.2.6. I completely understand. But what you can't do is you can't push loads of people into a place where they have to spend money. Personally, for me, what I would do is I would raise this up. It would cost energy, but it would be, you could complete it 3-4 times, and 4 times a day. That gives you 4 revives across a week, can give you 20 revives. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's a bit too many. Maybe it's 3 revives a day, or maybe it's less energy and you can complete it twice. I just think giving you 3 to 4 units is necessary, and you absolutely need it. So yeah, like I said, for me, I definitely think those units need to, or the revives, sorry, they just need to be more accessible, and currently they're not that. So yeah, they're my proposed changes. I think if I was in the CCP or anything like that, obviously I've not got a big enough channel to be, but I would just say, there needs to be a place where you can get more revives, like this apothecary. Great, in theory it's okay, but you just need to up how many you get. The reason they've obviously done this is so that they can make more money and push you towards paying for units, because if you're in EOP and you're on Nameless Thanos but you've got 0 revives, then you're going to spend 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 quid just to finish that, because you're so close to the end now. And that's the sort of problem I've got with this. So obviously you guys would have seen this. Let me know in the comments down below what you think Kabam should do. Obviously, I'm not saying keep 3.2.6 up, because that isn't reasonable and it's not really fair. You can't be there can't be somewhere where people can get free revives constantly, because people, if you remember back to when EOP was on, for example, Legacy had lots of energy revives filled up, about 50 of them. He was able to get 100 revives. So in a day or an evening, that's probably not quite right. But for the free-to-play players who need to build up their revive stash, like myself or like you guys watching, there needs to be somewhere easier where you can get access to these revives and you can build up your stash for EOP. So that's just my little thoughts on it. Again, let me know down in the comments what you think. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. It's only going to be a quick short one just to let you know my opinion, and I want to hear your guys' opinion as well. So yeah, obviously we've got this apothecary coming in. Probably isn't quite right to have the 3.2.6, and changes are needed for the apothecary. But if you can just up the revives, maybe, just maybe, there won't be so much backlash. I do think Kabam will do it because of how many, every content creator you look at now, or at least those who make commentary, Karate Mike, Legacy, KT1, Vega, everyone's addressed and put their opinions about it on here. So I think they will change it, but it's only a matter of time. So thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye and have a good day.